Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Smart A Farms. Today we are going to work on some apple pie filling. I don't use clear gel, but if you want to use clear gel, you go right ahead. I've already got my apples sliced. We're all ready to get cooking, and we're going to get jarring this up. Alright guys, so we're going to get the stove on. We're going to start with apple juice. I have 5 cups of apple juice here. Half a cup of lemon juice. I will leave the recipe that I'm using down below. It's actually in your Bernardin canning book. I'm loosely using that. Okay. And I have a huge bowl of apples here. I might have to do 2 batches, guys, just so you know. And I'm gonna add one cup of brown sugar and a little bit. And now I'm just going to use some white sugar. If you want to use water instead of the apple juice, you go right ahead. If you want to use all brown, go ahead. I find it just gives it a nicer taste. There we go. Just going to put my sugar stuff away, guys. Now we will start putting some spices in there. So all you're basically doing is making a simple syrup. Okay, I'm going to try to bring you guys in a little closer. Don't want to burn up my tripod though. And I'm going to use my pressure canner as a water bath canner today because it's out and it works. So I have my jars already done, all in there. They're just sitting there to keep them warm for us. The apples will actually use some of their juices, so that's why it doesn't seem like it's all that much. 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. If you want to add allspice, nutmeg, all that stuff, go for it. Michael is not so much a nutmeg person, so I just use all cinnamon. You got to make these recipes to your family's taste. That is the biggest thing. If you know you guys don't like allspice, then don't put it in there, right? And then we're going to get this ladled into our hot jars. It is going to process for 25 minutes. Okay. Guys, last year I did not make near enough of this. We go through about a jar a week through the winter. Anywhere from apple loaf to apple bread, apple pies, apple crisp. It's a great quick dessert. You drop it in your cast iron buttered pan and you put some oatmeal and butter on top and you got a fantastic dessert. Alright, I'm going to start adding my apples now, guys. Like I said, I have probably a 1/4 of a bushel in here, so I am going to use wide mouth jars today. They're just easier to get out of the jar. You guys would want to add your clear gel, from what I understand. I've only ever used clear gel once, but if anybody watching this does use the clear gel, leave it in the comments below. I believe this is where you would do it, but you would have to bring the liquid all up to a boil. I just like to add my flour, and that's it. When I'm getting ready to make my pie, apple crisp, whatever it may be. Okay. Use some of my other pie filling and make a big fruit pie. Alright guys, I'm going to keep adding apples here. I'm going to bring you back when this comes up to a boil. Alright guys, so this has come up to a very gentle boil. I've been just kind of dropping apples everywhere. But, because I have my pot too full. But that's typical of me. I did add another 6 cups of apple juice into here. If I have too much juice, guys, that's okay because I have a lot more to do. Okay? So what I'm going to do is let this come up to a boil for about a minute. And then just keep going from there. Okay? Alright. But I guess we should talk about the apples I used. I used Mutsu apples for this, which is a baking apple. I just randomly cut them. I like a fairly big pie, so I do like a larger chunk of apple. If you want to do like dices, you can do whatever you want. This is to the thickness that I like it. It ranges. It just really depended on the apple and so on. And I dropped more apples. I am so gonna have to clean my stove. But so that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna finish getting you guys set up for canning, and then I'm gonna get some jars out as well, get my bread out of the oven, and we'll be ready to go. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna start to fill the jars. I have my lids in hot water over here. I have everything kind of ready, to the best of my ability anyway. So, all I'm going to do, I'm just going to fill, just checking on you guys, fill the jars here. Then I will add syrup in a minute here. I like to fill my jars with apple first, and then deal with the syrup later. This is Michael's favorite, so I do try to do quite a bit of this. You do need to debubble. Kind of move those apples around so you can put some more in the jar. Kind of like a potato, you know, you got to move them around a little bit. At least I can get this video finished today. Yesterday, there's no hydro for all day, so we didn't get it back till this morning. We didn't get internet back till this morning either, so. Like so. Now, if you guys wanted to add cranberries to this, that would be lovely. I add cranberries when I just do a single pie for myself. I add them in with the pie filling. If I want to do like a mixed berry pie, I'll add one of these jars and some of the mixed berry one that we did together, and some rhubarb, and I'll just do like a huge bumbleberry pie. And I'll make little ones and just pop them in the freezer. Because I'm really the only one that likes that kind of thing. It does take a few minutes to get it all done, But it's so worth it in the middle of the winter to have this up. And I'll push that down in a second there. Just going to get some more apples in here. Takes longer, guys, to peel all the apples. Than anything, really. Now, if you don't do canning, you can also freeze this, just like this. Ziploc bags. Then bring it out to thaw. Or make all your pies and pop them in your freezer if you have room. Lots of different ways you guys can do it. So now I'm just going to push this down. And it's still raining outside. Then they're calling for snow later on tonight, so that will make the roads a little mucky. But we're not going anywhere anyways, so. Just a few more apples in this one, guys, and then we'll get it filled up here. And then I'm making an apple pie for supper as well. So now I'm going to take my ladle. And then we're going to debubble. You want to bring your syrup up to about an inch. I find that the best. And look how pretty that is in the jar. It's hot. The brown sugar just gives it a different flavor than all white. If you didn't want to do all sugar, I'm sure you could add some honey to this. That would be delicious. Just don't forget your lemon juice, okay? That just keeps it canning safe. Now I'm just going to debubble these three and remove this because I don't really need it. And we'll see if we can put some more apples in here. Or if we have to take any out, add more. See, we're going to have to add more syrup, which is fine. All the way to the bottom. And it depends on the apple you're using as well. If you're using a softer apple, so that one's alright. It'll cook down more in the process. In the processing. And you will become very sticky. There we go. Add a little more. I am going to add a scooch more to these. There we go. Because like I said, the apples will put off a little bit of juice as well. Okay. I'm going to take my vinegar, but be very careful with it. Wipe those rims really, really well. Alright. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay. You're going to hear my son's TV. Just ignore it. And then fingertip tight, no more. Another lid. These sat in kettle hot water for about 20 minutes. So they're very... With water bath canning, I like to soak my lids pressure canning. I just don't... I feel like it's in a pressure canner forever. And it has lots of time. Let's see, water bath canning. You like that? They're not in there as long. Fingertip tight. Alright guys, I'm going to get these back into the canner. And I'm going to keep filling jars. And then I will, when we pull them out of the canner, after processing, I'll let you know how many we get. Alright guys, we're going to pull these jars out. It's been a few minutes. And sometimes, let me pan you guys up. Sorry. Excuse me. You will. Sorry about that, guys. Our memory card was full. So anyways, what I was saying is you will get floating fruit, but a lot of times it will settle. Okay? And that is some beautiful apple pie filling. That is going to make some beautiful desserts. Moving forward, they are calling for a few inches of snow this weekend, so it'll be interesting to see if we get it or not. But I have quite a bit of canning to do this weekend, so I have lots to do. Alright guys, that's what I got. And I saved what I had of liquid, and I had just under 2 cups of liquid left. So I'll use that tomorrow when I can some more pie filling. But these are some gorgeous jars, guys. They've already all sealed, which is fantastic. Just watch your headspace if you're using that clear gel, okay guys? Because a lot of times it needs to expand, from what I understand. But guys, that's how I do my apple pie filling. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button so I know what you are and are not liking on our channel. And please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell and go to the all so you know every time we upload a homesteading video or a canning video. Pretty soon we'll have a lot of cooking videos, and those will all be using a lot of our canned food, and I think those will become really, really helpful. But anyways guys, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I hope to see you super soon. Bye.